Here's a little video on Dahua IP cameras. What I did was the cameras were password protected and we couldn't get in them due to somebody else installing the cameras and them not being reliable. So I had to open up the cameras and manually reset the cameras. And in order to do that, what I had to do, hold on here, is open up the camera completely and hold that reset button there for 20 seconds and the camera resets. And then what you have to do is you had to download the IP tool, which is right here, the Dahua config tool, and then plug your computer into the back of the NVR so it could see all the cameras. Once you reset the cameras, what happens is it uninitializes. All right, these cameras work different than the cameras we use, and instead of having a default password, they have no default password. You have to actually plug your cameras in, go into their IP tool, give your cameras a password and an IP address, and then add them in. So I had to reset the camera. Once you reset them, it comes in as uninitialized. So that means now that I have the ability to go inside and to edit this camera. So if I click number 8, uninitialized, and I hit edit, or I'm sorry, if I hit initialize, it says one devices have not been initialized. So we click initialize. It's going to ask me to put a password into the camera, which is going to be all action 1, all action 1, an email address for future password resets, which is going to be KENSC, Ken at shackre.com. Okay, and then you're gonna hit next. Keep these two clicked off, hit OK, and now it says one camera has been active. So finish, and now here's your camera, and now it's initialized. So now you have to go into the camera edit section. That's weird. You have to go into the camera edit section here, okay, and have this one go to the internal IP address of the NVR is 10.151.151.1. So all your cameras have to be 10.151.151.2 and on. All right, and the gateway IP address is the 10.151.151.1, which is the internal IP address of the NVR. Now, if all these cameras were plugged into a networking switch and not directly into the NVR, then your gateway would be your router gateway, 192.168.1.1. But we're in the back of the NVR. So for now, this one will be 10.151.151.3. Your subnet mask is going to be the same all the way around, which should be 255.255.255.0. And then your gateway, like I said, will be your 10.151.151.3, because the last one I did .2. Okay. Oh, this is the gateway. Sorry, .1. Whoops. And this is the camera's going to be .3. So here we go. And you hit OK. Now you'll see you get that check mark, which means that the camera accepted it. Now you have to go over to your NVR and you have to log in, which is obviously going to be all action 1, enter, log in, settings, add camera. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your camera's IP 10.151.151.3. You're going to be using InVid protocol. because it's not a camera that's related. It's not a InVid camera, so you're going to use OnVIF, and it's an OnVIF camera. So you're going to do all in the password, all action 1. Okay. Enter. First thing you could do is test it. Test successful. And then we simply add. And then in a second, you should see a camera pop up in slot 2. If it works. And I'm not crazy. And there you go. 2 cams up so far.